NHS strikes, the pay dispute escalates.
ITV Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. The NHS is facing the biggest strike in its history next month as a Unite union announced a series of fresh walkouts today. It escalated its pay dispute, and ambulance workers at 5 trusts in England and Wales will walk out across 10 days. Their action coincides with strikes already planned by nurses from the RCN and another union representing ambulance workers on February the 6th. With the latest, here's our political reporter, Amy Lewis. Well, a wave of strikes are about to hit the NHS over the coming weeks. On Monday, well, let's return to our political reporter, Amy Lewis, who's in Westminster for us. It's lunchtime. Amy, these new strikes are a serious escalation, aren't they? And Amy, away from the NHS onto planned strikes by education unions in England. Long session of talks that are happening today.
Yes, just
this lunchtime, a coroner has said a student who died in 2020 after several remote GP consultations would have likely lived had he been given a face-to-face appointment. 26-year-old David Nash complained of symptoms, including nighttime headaches, but a lead surgery failed to offer him in-person care after his 4th consultation. Our North of England reporter Rachel Townsend has been at the inquest in Wakefield. Rachel Townsend reporting from Wakefield. Now, there was little to cheer retailers this Christmas as consumers tightened their belts and sales slumped. We say people are cutting back because of high prices and the cost of living crisis. Well, consumer journalist and columnist Harry Wallop joins us now from Oxford Street in London. Harry, thanks for talking to us this lunchtime. How damaging will this have been for shop owners, given that the problem, isn't it? Because it's exactly that inflation. The problem is what your pound will buy you these days goes much less further, doesn't it? But tell us what the effect this will be on some of the smaller retailers there. You mentioned some of the big chains there, but the smaller shops as well. This will be very damaging for them. And Harry, we talked just before Christmas, we did talk about what potential impact the Boxing Day and January sales would have had. And have we seen anything from that then? Has anything picked up in terms of retail? Did it boost it at all? Still to come, while you'll be paying more for drinks. First, Church of England bishops have said they will not allow same-sex couples to be married by their priests. Instead, they'll offer special blessing prayers for those in a civil marriage or partnership. It's an issue that's caused divisions and controversy amongst Anglicans. Today's announcement has caused frustration for some that the Church has gone too far, for many others, not far enough. Barbara Holmes reports.
it's taken fun.
And now, as we were just hearing earlier, it's no secret the cost of food and drink has soared. Soon drinks, which come in plastic bottles, will go up in price. A refundable fee is to be introduced to boost recycling. Joe Koshan is at a shop this lunchtime. Joe, explain how this will work then. Joe, sounds like a very good idea for encourage recycling, but some criticism because, surprisingly, glass bottles aren't included in this. But of sport now, Cam Norris' bid for a first Grand Slam title has come to a premature end at the Australian Open. The British... And finally, the legendary and influential musician David Crosby has died. He was a pioneer of folk rock and was 81. The singer-songwriter was a founding member of the band The Byrds, as well as part of another hugely successful group in Crosby, Stills and Nash. And he defined the sound of a generation. Sharon Thomas looks back at his life. Well, David Crosby, who has died, and that is it. Romilly is back at 6:30. The news where you are follows the national weather, but from everyone on the lunchtime team. Bye-bye.